Agriculture issuing a warning to 27 states about mysterious packages containing seeds coming in the mail unsolicited. The packages are being sent from China to the U.S. They're being labeled as jewelry. The department said it's unknown what type of seeds are actually in these packages. They also warn that anyone who receives them should not open them. Unsolicited seeds could be invasive, introduce disease, or local plants that can be harmful to our livestock. And joining us now to talk more about this and other China concerns is Florida Senator Rick Scott. Great to see you, Senator. Thanks for coming on.
Well, you know, isn't it too bad that everything we think about China now, we have to be concerned?
Yeah.
We know that they don't care about human rights when you look at what they've done with the Uyghurs. When they know they don't care about basic rights, you see what they've done to the Hong Kong citizens. You know, they lied to us. They said they wouldn't militarize the South China Sea. So everything that happens in China, we're not trusting of them. And it's too bad. This is what the Communist Party has done, what Secretary General Xi has done. He's just made this a untenable relationship.
Right. And you saw this when you were governor of Florida with the Chinese drywall that wreaked havoc on the state. You know, that had to be ripped out, caused major issues. But, you know, Chinese in front of anything usually connotes that it's not of good quality. And that's the reputation that they've built here. But let's talk about this issue specifically, because things are getting tense and tenser with China. We hear the term Cold War used a lot. And we've seen these closures, tit for tat between the U.S. and China about the closures over their consulates. Do you anticipate any more consulates being closed here in America?
You know, the way I look at it is it's really up to the General Secretary of the Communist Party, Xi. It's he's making these choices. He's the one who's decided to spy on Americans. He's the one that has decided, you know, to take away the rights of the Uyghurs, the Hong Kong citizens. He's the one that's threatening Taiwan. It's really up to him. America wants to have a relationship with China. But I think now where we are with the Chinese Party, the Communist Party, stop buying Chinese products. If you want to hold them accountable, the biggest thing you can do is buy American products, help Americans get more of their jobs back, and stop buying anything from Communist China.
Yeah, we saw last night in Chengdu workers putting a new wall around the U.S. consulate there, shutting that down. But according to a report in Axios, and I've heard this from other people as well, the real kind of crown jewels of China's espionage game here in the U.S. are the consulates in San Francisco and the one in New York. And you're saying, you know, you're not ready to call for any additional closures of these consulates right now. But if Xi does anything to escalate this situation, it's not off the table.
I think the problem you have is now none of us trust Xi. I mean, he's not a trustworthy person. First off, you know, we shouldn't be holding the Winter Olympics in 2022 in China. I mean, with their human rights violations, how can the International Olympic Committee continue to hold the Winter Olympics there? They need to move it someplace else that really cares about human rights. But I think Donald Trump is doing the right thing. He's holding the Communist China accountable. We're going to continue to look at what they're doing, and if we find abuse, I hope the Trump administration continues to hold them accountable.
Well, I know you and your Republican colleagues are serious about holding China accountable for bringing this virus to our shores, and you've made reference of that. I assume that's the meaning of this in the COVID relief bill. You know, it's getting hammered by Democrats, though. Bernie Sanders says it's dead on arrival because mostly of the military money that's included in this bill. Here's what Sanders told MSNBC.
The pathetic would be too mild a word. Their priorities are coming out pretty clearly.
Yeah, I mean, Sanders focused on the military priorities there. He mentioned things like the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, you know, being the real Republican priorities. But talk to our audience about why you felt it necessary to put this stuff in the bill.
Well, first off, we have to continue to build up our military. We have to, if you believe in American right, you know, freedom and our Bill of Rights, then we have to understand that Communist China is building a military to dominate the world. And we watch what they did in Hong Kong. We watch their threats to Taiwan. We watch how they treat their citizens. That's how we're going to get treated if they can dominate the world. So we have to continue to invest in our military. Now, we also have to spend our money wisely. Let's make sure we take care of the people that are on unemployment. Let's make sure we take care of our small businesses. Let's provide liability protection for our schools, for our first responders, and our small businesses. But then let's watch the money. What I don't believe in is bailing out states. I don't want Florida taxpayers to pay for pension plans like Illinois and California and New Jersey that aren't funded. Look, let's take care of coronavirus relief But these states that don't want to live within their means, which they don't. You know what's fascinating? People always think these states have to live within their means. No, they just keep borrowing more money. And now they've come to us and taken this coronavirus issue and said, oh, we need more money to take care of our budgets. And they don't want to have any accountability.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are calling for more accountability after some of the largesse we saw with the CARES Act. We want to see some of that reined in. Let's talk specifically about what's happening with COVID in Florida. There are some signs of improvement, believe it or not, depending on which media you're looking at. There are, things seem to be getting better. Some Nansen good news anyway. New cases have reached a peak. They're now on the decline. Daily death rates also trending down. And then here's Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar talking about the slowdown.
People are stepping up to the plate and doing what we're asking and what the governors are asking, and we see it has an impact.
So what is the real story about the situation with COVID in the state of Florida, Senator Scott?
Well, clearly we haven't beat it. We have to wear a mask. We have to social distance. We need more information so people can make good, informed decisions. I think one thing at every level of government, federal, state, and local, we need to talk about the importance of masks, social distancing, washing your hands, and then tell us where the problem spots are. And, Americans are pretty smart. We won't go there. Yeah. But we need more information at every level of government. And I think if we do, we're going to beat this. And we've got to get this economy open. We've got to get our schools open. We've got to give our parents and our teachers choices. But we got to get this economy going again. We're hurting people by not having these businesses open.
A lot of people need, they want to get back to work. A lot of people want to get back to work. And Senator, a few people know the state as well as you do, having been governor there for 8 years now. Senator, it's a very diverse state as well, and one size fits all isn't going to work for a state as diverse as Florida. Senator Scott, great to see you as always. Thanks so much for your time.
Have a great day.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing news channel, now in 65 million homes. Get Newsmax TV on all the major cable systems or go to newsmaxtv.com and click on the Find Newsmax tab to locate us. Remember, Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.